What exactly is heritage? What does it really mean? And how do we celebrate our own roots? Let's learn more. Mabuhay or Kapampangan Luwid kayo. Welcome back to another video. It's me, Kirby Araullo, your friendly Pinoy historian. And if you are new to my channel, in this channel, I make videos about our people's history, our people's culture, and everything in between. So don't forget to like, share this video, comment down below, and please subscribe. It's been a while since my last video. It's been 3 or 4 weeks now since the last video that I posted. So it's been almost a month since my last video, and there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that I haven't been able to share with you. From writing books, actually finishing the next books and coloring books in my Know Our Roots and Color Our Roots series. And I also did a lot of events, a ton of events, lectures, panels, live streams. So make sure to follow me on social media to be updated with my upcoming events and activities. And most of these are actually free and online. May is almost over, but I already have events lined up for June, July, even August, and all the way up to October. So make sure to follow me on social media and don't miss out. I also wrote an article for History.com about St. Malo, the oldest Asian American settlement in the United States that was founded by our ancestors in Louisiana back in the 1700s. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out on History.com. I'll include the links down below. And yeah, watching the documentaries from the History Channel was a big part of my childhood, so I really had fun writing for them. And I also want to thank G. Tonji for connecting me to Rhonda, a direct descendant of the Manila men of St. Malo. And to Rhonda, thank you so much. Thank you very much for sharing your family's history, your family's deeper oral traditions with me. And thank you for keeping our ancestors' legacies alive today. Maraming salamat. And speaking of G-Tonji nga pala, we did a live stream this past Saturday in partnership with Arts in LA. We talked about celebrating our roots and exploring our Filipino heritage here in the diaspora. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out in the links down below. Maraming salamat to Arts. Ano pa ba? Yeah, I finally got my COVID-19 vaccines, both doses. So yes, I am now fully vaccinated. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in learning more about the history of vaccines in the Philippines. Comment down below. But for now, back to our topic. The month of May is both the National Heritage Month in the Philippines and the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month here in the United States. And actually, even in Canada, it is also the Asian Heritage Month. So for today's video, I figured why not talk a little bit about what heritage really means? Because how can we celebrate our heritage if we do not understand what it really means, what it stands for? So what exactly is heritage? If we look at the textbook dictionary definition of heritage, the word heritage is defined as something that was passed down from one generation to the next, like an inheritance. And this is why in Tagalog and in Kapampangan we call it pamana, meaning inheritance. And heritage, according to the dictionaries, could also mean one's birthright, a particular right of possession or privilege that one has from the day of their birth. Like being a lakan or a datu, it's in your blood. Some people see it as part of your DNA. But actually, there's a deeper significance to the word heritage that you will not find in the dictionaries. And for me, the true significance of heritage is a bit more complex and definitely more beautiful. Because in reality, heritage could mean different things to different people. And there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, that is how heritage should really be. One's own unique heritage that comes in many forms and can be found in different things. It could be in material forms or physical things like in the heirlooms and the artifacts that were passed down from one generation to the next, like my Kalis or Chris. Heritage is also our family's values, our family traditions, the lessons, the values, and the wisdom we inherit from our elders. And these are not static. Our heritage is not static. Our heritage also evolves over time. And it is also informed and molded by our own lived experiences. There are many elements that could form one's own unique heritage. Our ethnic and cultural identities, and sometimes even our citizenships or nationalities, these are all big parts of our heritage. These are what people usually think think when they hear the word heritage? But more than just our DNA, more than just our beautiful languages, our mother tongues, more than just our colorful traditional attires, for me, a bigger part of our heritage are also found in the values we hold as a family, in the values we hold as a community. And again, it's also the virtues and the principles we live by. It's the wisdom that we inherit from our ancestors, from our elders, from their own lived experiences of resistance and resilience. Our unique heritage can be found in our family's recipes, the way our elders taught us how to cook our food, even without a written recipe, even without exact measurements. Our heritage can also be expressed and be felt with the way we treat others, especially those in need, those who are most vulnerable in our society. For example, I was raised with the understanding that no matter what I do, no matter my profession, regardless of the field that I choose to venture into, a huge part of everything that I do is really to be of service to our people, to do the best that I can in any situation to help uplift our people, to help empower others and help others, especially those who are the most vulnerable in our communities. And actually, you can even see all of these values, all of these principles reflected in my own family names. It's literally in my full name. For example, the Tayags of Pampanga, one of the oldest surviving Mapyang Sugi or royal clans of Lusong or Luzon, our clan name Tayag literally means to uplift, to raise from the ground up, from the earth to the heavens. And on my Pabalan side, another old noble Kapampangan clan with roots from both the Mapyang Sugi and the indigenous Aita Magindi, our clan name Pabalan literally means the one who was put in charge, the one who liberates and emancipates according to some of our old Kapampangan oral traditions. And actually, even on my Umali side, one of the oldest surviving Diraja or Mapyang Sugi clans, our clan's name, Umali, in the Kapampangan language and in the Kapampangan oral traditions, it means the one who refused to bow down, but vowed to avenge and seek justice for our ancestors. And this is because of Dato Umali, Raja Matanda's own grandson, who refused to bow down to the Spanish colonizers and vowed to avenge our ancestors. So sometimes I actually joke that we are literally our ancestors' avengers. But seriously, you can see all of this reflected, all of these values, all of these principles reflected in each of our family's history in, since the 1500s, from uplifting our people to seeking justice and the struggle for liberation. You can see all of these aspects, all of these elements in the way I was brought up, in the way my own elders were brought up. And actually, even on my Araullo side, we have this long tradition, this long history of taking actions for the greater good of our community. A long tradition of being part of the struggles for liberation and justice in our communities. And this is not just in the Philippines, but even all the way back to our Basque and Galician roots in Spain. That's actually why our Araullo or Araujo ancestors ended up in the Philippines. They were exiled by Queen Isabella after standing up for the rights and the freedom of the Basque people. And on my Obinque side, in Pangasinan, my grandma, my lola, and all of her sisters, they were all guerrilleras. They were all fierce women warriors who fought for the liberation and the freedom of our people in World War II. So all of these really informs and molds my own unique identity. It informs every action I take. A bigger part of my own unique heritage is really not the fancy, colorful regalias or traditional attires you've probably seen me wear in person or in social media. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wear these proudly as a beautiful reminder of our rich culture and deeper roots. But again, the biggest part, the most significant part of my identity, of my own unique heritage, is recognizing my own privileges and turning them into tools to help uplift our people. It's really about serving our people to the best of my abilities, to be part of this fight for peace and justice in our communities. You know, it's fun to wear our traditional outfits. I feel a deeper connection to our roots whenever I wear them. But it is way better if we truly embody the wisdoms of our ancestors. You know, because what is the point of wearing these traditional attires? What is the point of celebrating our heritage if we do not know what it means? If we do not understand what they represent? If we do not embody the values and the lessons we inherit from our ancestors. And in many ways, this channel is all about celebrating our roots, celebrating our heritage all year round. So don't forget to subscribe. And again, as I've mentioned in many of my videos, knowing our roots is not about this nostalgic longing for the past. It's not about the glitz and glamour of our ancestors, but it means staying rooted in our people's histories while facing the realities of today. It means to be armed and empowered by the wisdoms of our ancestors. And that, all of these combined, is what heritage really means to me. It's more than just our DNA. Heritage is what survives and what we can pass down to the next generation. You know, it is like this fire that we keep burning, this fire that we keep alive, a fire to light up a brighter future for our children, for our grandchildren, for our great-grandchildren, and for the next generations of our people. So please let us know in the comments below about your own roots. You know, I'd love to learn more about you. Let us know how you celebrate your heritage, our heritage in this modern age. Comment down below. And since it is the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month here in the US, my books are currently on sale. Visit kirbyaraullo.com/shop and use the code APIHM21 to get 10% off on all your orders. So don't miss out and order your copies today. And for viewers in the Philippines, make sure to follow me on social media for updates on my Philippine editions of my books. I'm still talking to potential partners and publishers so we can make my books more accessible and more affordable to our people back in the motherland. And of course, today's shout out goes to Sybil Jake from the Philippines, Attorney Renz from Canada. Actually, check out his law firm for any concerns regarding human rights law, immigration law, family law, and employment law in Canada. Reach out to Attorney Renz. And shout out to Papaya from Thailand. Shout out to Dadang Ferdiando from Indonesia. And special shout out to my good friend Datu Farid Ginomla of Cotabato City. Salamat for all that you do to help preserve and enrich the beautiful Magindanaoan culture. Shukran Abenal, Datu Farid. And that is it for me today. If you like this video and learn a thing or two, don't forget to like, share this video, comment down below, and please subscribe. And special thanks to all my patrons for helping me make more videos like this through the years. And for those who want to help me make more videos like this, show your support and please be my patron or get a copy of any of my books or any of the merch linked down below. Maraming salamat po. Magsukol terima kasih, kaman kapon krab. Daghang salamat, dakalpong salamat. See you next time, or in Tagalog, kita kits, and in Kapampangan, Mikitix!